Sorry it took me a little bit to get this video, but Doom Patrol and the Boys also had new characters revealed, and no offense to anyone who watches Titans or loves Titans, but personally, I do prefer Doom Patrol and the Boys over Titans. But regardless, I'm going to watch the next season. About how I feel about the series is I personally do have a lot of problems with it, but like I said, I'm still going to watch the next season, and I do hope the show does get a little bit better. So there are 4 characters revealed for the next season. There are some other characters that are being rumored, but we have no proof of them going to appear, and these are the only 4 characters we have actually seen photos of, or in action even. But I'm going to be talking about them in order of my favorites, starting off with Jinx. I think she looks awesome. I'm glad I didn't whitewash the character, as that's something that, in my opinion, was really the only thing I thought the original Teen Titans show did wrong. The show is amazing, don't get me wrong. I thought Jinx being whitewashed was a bad idea. So I'm glad to see her character being played by an Indian actress. I love her white dress along with the addition of the pink hair from the cartoon. Well, I think it's a good homage to it. Personally, I am glad they added that detail because I do like the idea of the character having pink hair, but a lot of people wanted the character to be bald, which the character does become bald in the series. I think that is also a good idea. Perhaps have the character start off with pink hair and then have the character maybe lose hair eventually in the show. I'm not entirely sure. Although I'm a little nervous seeing how they kind of wasted Gizmo and Shimmer on the show, so I'm kind of scared she'll just be a fight scene villain, but it doesn't seem that way with her having recurring character status, so let's hope for the best. Next is Brother Blood, who I'm also really excited for. The first place was a tie between him and Jinx, but I ultimately ended with Jinx as my favorite. Brother Blood, I think, looks very good, but the only thing that kind of worries me is I feel like he's going to upscale literally everyone else because his costume is just that good. Because I don't really feel like it fits with the other characters, but I think it still works very well. Perhaps if the show was more of a comic book-ish show, as it attempts to be more realistic, which I think doesn't really fit the aesthetic that Brother Blood is going for here. Personally, I still think it looks amazing, and I'm still excited. Next is Lex Luthor. The reason why he's so low on this list is because Lex is one of those characters who it doesn't really matter what they look like, but the performance of the actor. And I don't really know this actor very well. Personally, I think Jon Cryer is the best Lex Luthor, and when he was casted, I thought he would be horrible, but he wasn't. So overall, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Lex Luthor here or why he's hanging out with Starfire, but personally, I'm a little bit worried because I don't really know this actor, so I'm not entirely sure how the character will come across. Because, honestly, I feel like the character doesn't really look that much like Lex Luthor, but like I said, the way they look doesn't really matter when it comes down to the character. I think the performance of whoever's playing Lex Luthor is what really is important. And last but not least is Mother Mayhem, who's actually the only character we've seen so far actually in action due to the footage we saw from the promo. I think she looks okay, I guess. Not a personal favorite, but I'm not very up to date with the character in comics, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm getting excited for. Personally, I think when you compare her look to Brother Blood and Jinx, it kind of isn't as good. She just doesn't really stand out like the other two. It actually reminds me of Starfire's look in the first season, by attempting to make it look practical but also comic accurate in a way that I feel like just doesn't really work. And of course, you can disagree with that because you can disagree with anything on this list, as this is only my opinion, and we all have our own opinions but different ideas. Personally, of all these characters, I'm most excited for Jinx, then Brother Blood, then Lex Luthor, then Mother Mayhem. Overall, I'm really excited for Jinx and Brother Blood. I'm a little worried when it comes down to Lex Luthor because I don't know how the character is going to be portrayed on the show. Because it really depends on how the actor portrays the character. And I don't know if he'll do a good job or not, as from the promo, all we see is that he's talking with Starfire. And last but not least, like Mother Mayhem, I said before, personally, it's just not exactly something I really like. But I can get past it. Like, I can get on board. It's not really a costume choice like the first season of Starfire, like I compared it to, as Starfire in the first season actually really took me out of the show. Even if I think Starfire was a great character, just her fashion choice in the first season really just took you out of the show entirely. Mother Mayhem, on the other hand, I don't think exactly takes you out of the show, but it does make you really compare her look to the other characters, because she really is, I think, a very practical character with her outfit choice compared to Brother Blood and Jinx. Anyways, that's it. Like always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.